Every now and then the feeling hits me when I hollow out a bowl that I think, it is a sin to waste all this money into shavings. So let's do something about it. Let's cut it out and make the lid out of it. In other words, let's make a bowl with a lid out of one piece of solid wood. There we go. Starting off by marking the center of the piece of wood and draw a circle. Off to the bandsaw. Okay, so here is our piece of wood, and because we need everything of the wood, we're not going to make a hole in it to clamp it to the chuck, but instead of that I use the little Dutch spike plate, just a piece of wood with some nails in it. Here I still have the center caused by the compass, and if I just push it with my live center against the wood, it's held there by friction. Step one is just make an ordinary bowl. There we go. Move the tool rests. Always stop the lathe when you move the tool rest.
Nice.
And make a final cut. There we go. First, the tenon. This chuck is 85 millimeters if I let it clamp. And if I go a little bit above the bottom, that's okay. There's our tenon. Final cut. We'll sand it later, not now. Good. What we'll do now is make a cut with my parting tool, go in here and end somewhere in the middle, deep in the piece of wood. There we go. What is important, if you see me doing this, I make a cut and I make another cut just besides the first cut. There's the first cut. Take it back and make the groove that in here a little bit wider, so that I don't get too much friction on the sides of my parting tool. You see, I'm this far in. I need to go, well, I have to at least go this much deeper. So I will end up with this much overhang, I think. So the tool is supported over here and the power of the wood is on there. So I need a long handle to keep it under my arm and keep it steady. On the other hand, there's this much tool on the wrong side of the tool rest. So I want to take light cuts. I want to keep my parting tool in one piece. There we go again. I take the corners off here, because if it comes loose earlier than I think and it cuts like a knife and I miss an arm or something like that, I don't want that. So, let's think for a moment. Because if I now take the whole piece out, it is quite difficult to remount it in a chuck. So maybe it's a good idea just to make this flat and make already a recess in here, so that we can take this piece and put it on the chuck straight away. Got that? Yes, sure you got it. So let's make it flat. And if we take this chuck, the recess has to be 100 millimeters. So if I put that on 50, then I see that the recess should be about there. Sand it, slow the speed down a little bit and send it with... It's getting a bit of a mess here. Start with 240 grit. That'll do. And make the cut deeper. We're getting there. Oh, it could be, don't think so, but it could be, if I look at the grain now, and look at the grain over here running this direction, probably meaning that if I push here, it'll break. No way. You have to go deeper. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We're not in a hurry. There we go. Inside is ready already. Outside, we have to do a little bit about the shape and get it a bit smoother, of course. First, let's worry about the shape. Meaning, I make a groove here where it fits, so that we can have a look at what the shape will look like together with the bowl. The bowl and the lid together, do they make a nice shape? Because what I see here I don't like at all. Cool. And now we're going to work on the front. If we could get the lid to fit in there. I think that would be nice. So hoping that this is bigger now, and it is, of course. Here's some tear out. I have to do a bit of repair. A little bit deeper. Don't need much room, just a slight ridge is enough. This one has to fit in there, so it has to be a little bit less in diameter. And what I'll think I'll do is leave this shape like this and make this shape a little bit concave.
Nice.
Hope so. Take this one out. First, we focus on the diameter. Therefore, let me measure it precisely. Oh, We're not going to measure it. We'll just make a guess. Okay, if I push hard, I'm there. But I'm not going to push hard.
It's like China in your hand.
Tipau. Tipau. Not very nice yet, but I want to know if I'm not getting too thin here. There's not much, but it'll do. And if I have it off the chuck, let me at the same time try the fit. Oh, beautiful. Good enough. Don't let it fit too tight, because it is cross grain wood and it definitely will warp, although it is dry. But when I take wood out of the massive piece of wood, I also take some of the tension away, and it will definitely warp a little bit afterwards. One more cut. Did I say last cut?
Yes.
Yeah, I meant the pre-last cut. Let me measure one time more again. Oh, can do. So, well, there's our lid. Let's sand it for a little while. 240, 320. And the last thing I do on the lid is make a little hole in there. And maybe now you think, why should there be a hole in there? Well, no lid without a knob. And we'll put a knob
On top.
on top. And there's the lid without the knob. Back to the bowl itself. Oh, careful now. Not very happy with the shape. If I look at the shape, the lid and the bowl itself, I think that the bottom of the bowl should be much less in diameter. We'll do that. We'll do that later. First we'll hollow it. There we go. Put the tool rest in. Bowl gouge. Oops. Can go a little bit deeper, but I have to think that if I want to make the base a bit smaller, I have to leave room for that. So a bit deeper over here. Let's go for a bit of fine sanding. $320. Okay.
Shiny.
Yep. Shall we polish it as well? Or shall we just leave it like this?
Leave it like this.
Okay. Then we'll leave it like this. What I want to do now is clamp my bowl against a chuck so that I can reach this part of the bowl with my gouge. So I'll change the jaws for jumbo jaws. And I need number 3 now. So the jaws are changed. This, by the way, is the Carp C95 chuck. The jaws of this chuck are interchangeable with Nova record power. The one that thought about it must be brilliant. Maybe just to be sure, I can also put this one in so that I won't lift it out. And there we go. Maybe we should check what this looks like. That's far much better already.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what I much better like. So let's finish this. We're gonna make one little shear cut and then it's over. Well, then it's finished. Okay, that's the shape of the outside. Let's focus on the bottom now and make a nice usually I put a line somewhere like that so that I know where I have to write my name. And let's go sand it. I have sanded it up until here, so I only have to sand this part.